And you know, when the rug is pulled out from under people, and it's kind of being pulled out right now, it's being yanked out from underneath people. And for most of us, it's going to take some adjusting. Now, we're the lucky ones because we're at the top of the pecking order, so we just go down a few notches. The people that are really in trouble are the people who are already at the bottom, and they've got no more notches. There's nowhere to go. There's no safety net. There's no margin of error. So we're the lucky ones, and we have a responsibility to help those who are really at the bottom. But when the rug's yanked out, sometimes it causes us to reassess in a kind of healthy way. I saw something remarkable at a department store yesterday. I saw a lady who refused to pay for her clothes with a credit card. They'll do anything to get you to use your credit card. They were trying to get this lady to buy one more thing and to put it on her credit card. And for some reason, she just appeared to me as the kind of lady that didn't have a lot of extra money. And she said to the clerk, "Oh no, I'm not doing that again." That's a good thing. If we turn from our wicked ways, the promise is healing. Healing on a personal level. Our anxiety, our depression, our lost children, our lost health, all of that. The sense of purposelessness we experience in our society. Powerlessness. Healing on a social level. The restoration of our democracy. We should be based on, democracy is based on the common good. The reconciliation of this diverse rainbow of people that inhabit our country. The end to racism. The end to sexism. The end to militarism. The end to homophobia. Healing. That's what healing is. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and turn from their wicked ways, then they'll find healing. I see that window. I really do. I see this window. I see a Joe Lewis moment. I see a Galatians 3:28 moment. I see a new paradigm. And then I ask, what should I do? What should I do? As my daughter likes to say, her favorite little 10 words, if it's going to be, it's up to me. For those of you who voted for Obama, the 50% who did, well, in this room it might be more like 30, but 40, I don't know. If you go by the stats on the window after the election day, number one, you need to realize this isn't the Messiah. And number two, that elections only open the door for change. Elections really aren't the change. They open the possibility. If you think we need change, if you think we do, the door's been opened for you. Now, if you didn't vote for the man, if you're one of the 50% in this country who didn't vote for him, then you need to get over your disappointment and your acrimony and try to support him and pray for him, as the Bible says. Now, I know if I was a minister coming to a church, first, I wouldn't come to a church if I got 50% of the vote. And secondly, if I did, I'd be scared to death. And then you look at the newspaper, his first week as president-elect, we lose 250,000 jobs, and the Russians threaten to shoot missiles at our missiles. Why would anyone want this job? So, we choose our attitude, we measure our words, we mark our days, and we try to do our small part, as many of you do, in so many ways. Whether it be volunteering at Habitat for Humanity, your civic, your social involvement, your volunteer opportunities that you take so seriously, to do your part, to find your arena, your sphere for ministry, your kitchen. And that, I had to put that sermon off one more week. I had to say this today, so I'll talk about that more next week, finding your kitchen. And whatever you do, Whatever you do, do it in a spirit of humility. If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear their prayer and heal their land. What will I do? What will we do as a congregation? What a beautiful opportunity we have. What a unique place and mission in the world. You read our little affirmation. I said we read it every week for those of you who are guests. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. Speaking the truth in love, speaking the truth to power. It doesn't matter who's in power, Democrats or Republicans. That's our role as the church, to provide the alternative consciousness, to stand back and to try to see what's happening in our world through the eyes of God and through the eyes of the most vulnerable in our world, and to speak truth to power when it's necessary, and not to be so invested in what's going on that we can't speak truth. That's one part of our role, and the other is the service that we talk about. And service is our prayer. We have a unique calling in this world to serve in the name and the Spirit of Christ, be this compassionate, caring presence in the world, in this epidemic of loneliness that is Longboat Key. I love this little phrase from a group that ministers to bereaved parents who have lost children. I mentioned them last week. They're called Compassionate Friends, and this is their slogan. Their mission is that everyone who needs us will find us, and everybody who finds us will be helped. That's beautiful, isn't it? That's our witness as a community, as a congregation. Last week I said our personal witness was to be a NAP, N-A-P, a non-anxious presence in the world. And our communal witness is to be this caring community. God's presence of compassion in the world. And as someone once said, people don't care what we know until they know that we care. And we are that people. We are that kind of congregation. We just need to let people know that we're here, to get the word out. And every once in a while I'll hear somebody say about the Longboat Island Chapel, oh, we're the best kept secret on Longboat Key. We don't want to be a secret. And so we need your help in finding creative ways to extend the table, to invite people, to welcome people into our midst. What a hungry and hurting world we have. What an opportunity we have. You know, there are so many people in this world today that are seeking the face of God in their own way, of all ages, of all classes, of all races. They may not even know what they're seeking. They may not even use the G word, the God word, but they're seeking for something, some meaning and purpose and reality in their lives. These holy pagans are so hungry. And we have such an opportunity before us for that kind of reconciliation, that bridge to God, and that transformation and that healing. And may it begin with us. And that is our prayer. That is our benediction, and that is our closing chorus. Let it begin. Let it begin with me. Let's stand together.